Time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they.
Coach, if you've been to South Florida in the summer, and I know you have, you're familiar with this. Heavy rain. It's coming down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now on a rainy Florida afternoon. And we are underway from Miami. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mike's 180! Mike's 40! I'm coming!
Fitzpatrick on 1st down. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Just bowling over tacklers. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 72 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now, these two teams have met a total of 15 times starting back in 1997. Of course, remember, Baltimore was moved from Cleveland by owner Art Modell back in 1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that, but they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent meeting was back in 2017, a 40-0 rout by the Ravens over the Dolphins in October of that year. The throw over the middle taken in. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson, forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Hill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And another tackle broken. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From just shy of midfield, Fitzpatrick, complete. This is Albert Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run now with Ware. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, here we go.
To throw, Fitzpatrick keeps himself upright. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Now Drake.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
they get to the football. It's blocked.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block a field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. In a fraction of a second, in a field goal try, that can be all the different.
I love how you describe that. Everything slows down, but it's a deliberate slowdown, isn't it?
Yep.
Because everyone's trying to be more careful and more deliberate to make sure it's executed.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie.
Regular.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But now it's 3rd and goal. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. He may try and run for the ball comes out, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. 14 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, that was not quite the holy roller, partner. That was San Diego, Oakland. You might remember that in 1978, right? Kenny Stabler, forward fumble. Dave Casper falls on the end zone. Oakland beats them on the last play of the game. But that was a live football. And what a nice job he did to fall in the end zone. And yes, indeed, folks, that's a touchdown.
By the way, John Madden was coaching in that holy roller game, wasn't he?
He certainly was, and he wanted to make sure that the call went his team's way, was out on the field and was told, yes, it's a touchdown. Now get back on the sidelines.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his first career touchdown in his first career game as the Ravens push further out in front. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the... Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip...
And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. Now Drake loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They got to find a way to get back in sync.
Now he's going to let it go deep right side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 98 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And that carry of 98 yards is now tied for the second longest in NFL history.
Amon Green did it, I believe, in 2003 when he was playing for Green Bay.
Against the Broncos, I think.
And just face it, no matter who was running the ball, for that distance, give them some oxygen as well as the touchdown. What a play.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is now a one-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
It's a foot race. 20, 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Okay. Here we go. Check.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's a bootleg with Fitzpatrick. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, and it's Hill again. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he fires one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you.
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Fitzpatrick. Brought in over the middle by Grant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and less than 1.
Check. Want to go 5-0 here? Quit talking about it. Pilot, 64, weak. Crouch. Switch.
3rd and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Here we go. The fire ring. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, here I come.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Hill. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall. So and got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant with now 3 week 1 touchdowns as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Fitzpatrick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a 1-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This
I put a star. I put a star. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. As hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 16 yards, a 1st down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. He's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
At the Ravens' 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Running, it's Drake. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Fitzpatrick now goes to Ware on the screen. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This will be taken about the 12. And he loses the football a second time. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The quick feet by Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And if you're keeping an eye on the box score, that last run puts him over the 100-yard mark for the game. And this defense has just had all sorts of trouble trying to keep him under wraps, both passing and running.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some passes.
See what happens. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That's good for Dolphins.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 39-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Toss play, Ferguson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. No, the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Back now in Miami. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Ingram again, a first down carry. There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 88 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield.
And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. From the gun, they run with Ware. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. On the comebacker, complete. That's Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Kill. 34. 65.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
This will be taken very short.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll get the receiver involved here. It's Brown. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And it's third down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. It's caught by Mark Ingram. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
It's a gain of 17.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run on first down. Ingram. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson, options out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and Ware gets hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. Steps away to his left. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, switch gears.
On the toss, here's Hill. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First down, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, complete. That's Grant. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 46 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point up and good by Sanders as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Check, 59, 59. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? 59.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. On first down, it's Ingram. the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. 6-6. Pull it high.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right there in the middle, 55.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.